Hello, this is Julie with SteamCat, and we're going to stop. We're going to take. Okay, now, hi, this is Julie with SteamCat, and this is the second part of prop and costume lighting. I've broken this down into 3 parts. The first one turned out to be really long, so I'm cutting them down just a little bit. Now, in the first video, I showed you a bunch of things like standalone LEDs, tea lights, moonlights, fairy lights, all these things that you can incorporate into costumes without any programming. Now, if you want to up your game and do some programming and add really cool flashy blinky things, this is the video for you. I'm going to start off with something that you actually don't program. This is a Lilypad Twinkle Proto Snap Kit, or it was when I bought it. It comes in a thing that you can snap apart. Now, this is really awesome. I'm going to turn this light out for a second because there's a button here. And when I see how all these little sequins turn on, get the light back on so you can see what all is in it. The new version of this has a really nifty, a better battery case with a switch in it. But this is a simple circuit. You have a button, there's your positive terminal, your negative terminal. It's a sewable circuit. So you just run all these along the positive and negative lines back through a switch. And Robert's your mother's brother. It's very simple to do. If you want to get into sewable electronics, I highly recommend starting off with this kit or one similar. They sell various versions of it. This is from Spark Fun, and this was created by Leah Buckley, and a portion of the proceeds from these sales go back to her foundation for educational purposes. So it's a good deal. Anyway, we're going to go on from there. Show you a few other little sewable things that I've picked up from various places. This is one of those sewable things, what it looks like by itself. And these guys I picked up, this is an RGB LED, and that's just a standard on-off LED. And I picked all these up probably at Micro Center. The other thing I had, here they are. Move these out of the way. This is the Adafruit version of this. These are white. They call them Sequins. They're perfectly compatible with the Lilypad ones. So you can swap them in and out, and there's a wide range of colors in both of these. So if you're looking for something quick and easy, I really suggest this. Now, you don't want to get into something better. It's called Neopixels. This is another Leah Buckley processor from Spark Fun that's called the Lilypad. And it's pretty awesome. I'm going to turn this guy on. I have to turn the light off so you can watch this. This thing is called a Strand test, and it's a very simple Arduino program. Hello World is when you blink one, but the Strand test, these will run around and blink and do all kinds of stuff. Chase. But these are sewable Neopixels. And let me turn this off and bring one up here. If I get this in focus. These are really awesome, and I'll show you these in a more familiar form factor later on. But you can sew them, you can solder them. There's a generic name for these. It's WS2812 LEDs. So if you're looking for generic ones on Amazon or wherever you want to order them from, that's what you need to look for. Now, these are called fully addressable. What does that mean? You say, hello, LEDs, how are you doing? No. Each of these Neopixels can be addressed or called from the program separately. And you see how that happens here as they chase and they blink and do all the different colors. You're able to control each of these separately from its neighbor Neopixel. So that's an important thing you may need to know. Now, Neopixels come in a lot of different form factors that I'm just going to show you. I'm not going to light them up because you've seen one, you've seen them all, sort of. This is a Neopixel Ring. This one has, I think, 12 or 16 Neopixels on it. These come in varying sizes and form factors. You can get them as a little strip or a bar. You can get them what's called a jewel. They're about that big and have like 3 or 4 little bitty glowing Neopixels on them. They're really cool. This one I just got and I've just barely played with. This is an 8x8 Neopixel Matrix. And boy is it bright. This is going to need a lot more than a little battery to power it. But you can see all the little pixels on here. And they're all individually addressable, just like we were showing before. So you can do, words, letters, messages, pictures, any sort of, you gotta do an ombre thing there. You can do that, a rainbow, whatever. Those are real cool. One of the most common ones, and again, these eat up a serious amount of power, are Neopixel Strips. And these are essentially, I was showing you these in the first video, these are the same lights that you buy off the shelf at wherever and for interior use. You can get them at Home Depot, Walmart, IKEA has them. I've seen them at the grocery store sometimes. It's amazing. So these, again, are all individually addressable. I would not suggest buying an off-the-shelf set of these and trying to hack them unless you really seriously know what you're doing. You're better off buying a strip from Adafruit or SparkFun or from another source. Clunk. This is called a Neopixel Strand. I think there's 24 of these. They're spaced a couple of inches apart. They have them in different spacings. This is just another way of doing it. You're going to find so many. And then this one, I'm incorporating into a project. This is a whole string of bulbs. And I'm documenting this project, and I will show it to you when it gets finished. But these look like little light bulbs, but way down in the end, right up at the top is a Neopixel, or a generic version thereof, and they will light up. So the other cool thing about these, if you've worked with LEDs before, you have to worry about specific power, specific resistors, and all that. You don't have to do that with any of these. The power requirements are going to depend on the amount of LEDs you're trying to drive and the processor you're using. We're going to be talking about processors and boards in the next video. But you don't have to normally use any kind of resistor or calculate any of that. The resistors are all built in, which is really awesome. So there's another kind of LED called a dot star, which they look very similar. They're a little bit different, but they are a little more expensive. You can use whatever you want in however you want in any project. So, as you see, they come in a variety of packages. You can get the sewable. They also come in a familiar LED. They have 4 prongs for data, power, and data in and out, and positive and negative. Those are the 4 prongs you're going to find on there. So, and that's pretty much it. They're really cool. And so next we're going to talk about choosing a board for your project, and I'll just show you very quickly a few boards that are available, and then we'll put it all together for part 4. So thank you for watching. You can find me at steamcat.net, on Facebook at steamcat.net. You can help me on my journey by buying a mask at Steamcat or buying me a cup of coffee. All the links are below, and I'll have purchasing links for these items also. Thank you for watching.